A Freilich in Purim, the Gemara in Megillah and Daf Yud Bet Amud Aleph asks the question of what did the Jewish people do to deserve the threat of Haman, lahashmid, laharog, ulabed, et kol hayudim, that God forbid would lead to the destruction of the entire Jewish people. The Gemara offers two possibilities, both of which are puzzling on the surface. The first is that they worshipped avodah zarah. They worshipped idolatry. However, if you look very carefully at the text of the Megillah, it wasn't actually idolatry, but avak d'avodah zarah, behavior that resembled idolatry as they bowed down to the image of Nebuchadnezzar. While surely this was a serious sin, it doesn't seem to warrant such a harsh decree. The second possibility is even more difficult. Reb Shimon Bar Yochai teaches that they were nana misudat Achashverosh, that they attended and participated in the party of Achashverosh. But what was so terrible about that? In fact, the Gemara even teaches from the words in the Megillah of Hashtiyah Kedat that the king provided for each person their own dietary needs, meaning that for the Jews at this great party of Achashverosh, there was kosher food. The wine was probably even mevushal. So what was their great sin? Rav Avram Yitzchak HaKohen Kook suggested a fascinating response. He reminds us that the prophecy of Yirmiyahu was that the Jewish people would return to their land after 70 years of exile. As the Gemara teaches elsewhere, Achashverosh miscalculated and believed that the 70 years had passed, and the prophecy of Yirmiyahu was wrong. The Jewish people, he believed, were never going to return home, and therefore he threw a celebration at the demise and the downfall of the Jewish nation. When the Jews of Persia went to his feast, they could keep kosher. But going there was a sign that they accepted living in the galut, living in the diaspora. That is proof that the Jewish people had lost their purpose. Because the Jewish people who forget to be mitzapim legeula, who don't look towards the land of Israel for their salvation, have lost their core identity. Torat Yisrael can be in place. Am Yisrael can be in place, but they need Eretz Yisrael. And that was the reason HaKadosh Baruch Hu threatened them, because that lesson was almost lost upon the people of Persia, a lesson that we understand today as we seek the safety, security, and salvation of Eretz Yisrael, of Medinat Yisrael, in all of our tefillot. May this Purim be truly a Purim of Orav v'Simcha, a Purim of Yeshua, a Purim where v'nahafochu, where once again the Jewish people come out victorious over our enemies.